Hey, welcome to my journey and to a mid-month check-in for the Pantry Challenge. Y'all know what we're doing. The Three Rivers Pantry Challenge from Three Rivers Homestead. This is our middle of the month check-in to let you know how things are going. So, to refresh your memory, my rules were I can buy produce, dairy, because I don't have extra refrigerators, and the one I do have is small, so I can't stock up on dairy to have that on hand, and we do use dairy. So produce and dairy, bread, because I was not going to be responsible for making bread, unless I want to make bread, but not for sandwiches. If we need sandwich bread, then I was going to buy it, which we're still working on. God, I told you it lasts forever. And breakfast stuff. I had started with just David for the breakfast stuff because he wants something every week, something different. He gets stuck in a rut between his turkey bacon and his turkey sausage, and whatever he wants for breakfast, he comes in the morning, makes his own breakfast, and so he knows what he wants for that week. And so that I've been buying. I added myself for breakfast in there because the only thing I have stocked up for breakfast is some bacon. I have a half a pack of sausage, which I'm going to use, and some bacon. But I can't eat bacon every day for a month. I ate it 1 week, and then this past week, I bought some liver mush, and I'm already out of that. I should have known I wasn't going to have enough for a full week. So I'm going to have to do something starting tomorrow. But if I need to prep, then I was going to buy my breakfast stuff too. I'm trying to watch how I eat, and I don't think it's worth saying I completely followed a challenge if I'm doing something that's going to go against the way I'm trying to eat. If I'm really trying, I don't want to, for the sake of doing a challenge, substitute in some food that's not going to fit into, like, I'm trying to stay low carb, so I don't want to go in there and fry up, 4 pounds of taters to eat for lunch every day or for breakfast every day, even if I put an egg on it. You see what I'm saying? So if I need to add something for breakfast in their lunches, I haven't had to. I'm pretty sure I've not had to have any, produce if I need produce. But that's, everybody pretty much uses produce. Now, I don't know about the big channels, the big homesteading channels, that have all the resources. I don't know, but I don't have that many resources. So, how's it been going? Well, I'm going to tell you. Hold on. It's been going fine. I think I've been doing good. Here's the thing. My inventory ain't moved. It don't look like I've touched a thing. See, with eating breakfast not out of the freezer or the pantry, there's food that doesn't come out. Lunches, if I prep something, that's it. But David, he just eats usually leftovers, or if he buys stuff for a sandwich, he'll eat a sandwich, but he's the big eater of the leftovers. And so I don't have to cook anything for lunches, so I don't take anything from the pantry then. So really the only thing that we're doing is supper. That's one meal, and that's just for the two of us. And I make sure there's enough left over for him to have lunch at night. And then if it's too big of a recipe, which I try to cut all my recipes in half that are big ones. But if it's too much, then we have the leftovers. And like I said, he works on those during the week. I do too sometimes, just depends. So I've not really had that much food going out. So I'm kind of doing the way I normally do it, with the exception of I'm not buying extra things to add to recipes. Like if this recipe, I've got everything for it from the pantry, get the produce, whatever, but I need one sauce, and I don't stock that sauce because it's different. It's not something we would typically use. I would buy that before the pantry challenge. So in the pantry challenge, I'm not doing that. But I'm still cooking with, my frozen meats and my canned vegetables and beans and my dried beans. And for modest supper for 2 of us for 7 days does not take up that much food. So I'm not really. You can't come in here and look. I'm not going to show you because you can't see a difference. You can't say, oh, which most of what I have stocked up that's not in the freezer is canned foods. I mean, I have some junk up there, brownies and stuff like that. I ain't made none of it. Ooh, just giving up sugar thing. I'm sticking to it so far. I am. And then, if you knew, David had some dental work, and so he was on soft foods for like 4 days. It's 4 days, and so I didn't cook. So I didn't have to use anything for those days. So I still have a ton of food. I have a ton of food. I could do this challenge for 6 months probably. Well, I don't think we'd have enough meat for 6 months. But it, over exaggeration. It feels like it. Here's the thing though. And I told David, I said, there ain't no sense to come on here and lie to you about it. I don't like the challenge. I don't like it. Me and David we're predictable people. We do the same things all the time. But when it comes to eating, we're like off the cuff. Even if I have a meal plan this week, we've not eat out, because that was one of the things we said we weren't going to eat out. But if a day comes, if I don't feel like it, or if we get the hankering for something, we will change and pivot and do whatever. Let's say we're both saying, oh man, we hadn't had Sunnies in so long, let's do Sunnies, which we did Sunnies before we started the challenge because we knew we needed our fix. But we would be like, okay, well, let's go, Saturday, let's go Sunday, whatever. I don't like not being able to do that. I don't. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't like not being able to find a new recipe. Even though y'all know I can't stand to cook, I still like to find new recipes because I don't want to cook the same old thing over and over and over, even though David could probably live like that because he's such a little creature of habit. He likes his little plain foods. He's a plain. I tell him all the time, though, you need to salt that. He won't salt it. Drives me nuts. But what was I saying? Excuse me. I don't like finding new recipes and being told, not like somebody's telling, wagging their finger at me, being told by the parameters of a challenge, you can't buy that ingredient because that goes outside your rules. Now, I reserve the right to break my rules anytime I want to because it's my challenge. And we did break the rules, but I think I told y'all that on some video the other day. When he had his dental work done, we had to, I did tell you, stop at the store on the way home to get him some food so he could eat. And I picked up a few things for me to eat since I wasn't going to cook. And I only had one of my 2 cans of spaghetti meatballs. I did good. I think the other days I just ate leftovers and I don't know what I ate. Not much of nothing, to be honest with you. Because I told David, if I didn't have to cook for you, I wouldn't cook. I'm here to tell you, I wouldn't cook. I don't know what I'd eat. I really don't know what I'd eat. I'd probably get bored and cook me something, but I wouldn't cook like I do now. But that's the one thing I don't like about it, is being pinned down. I don't handle that well. I don't handle being pushed in a corner very well. And that's what it feels like to me. Yes, it's a challenge. I'm just seeing if I can do it. If I can't do it, I can't do it. That's fine. Ain't nobody gonna come out, and put the handcuffs on me and lock me up in the pantry somewhere and make me stare at the food that I didn't eat. But it's a challenge that you're trying to do with yourself, which I'm gonna continue to do the challenge. I'm not giving up. I'm just telling you I don't like it. I don't like not being able to buy what I want to buy when I want to buy it, if I want to buy it. Because we still eat from our pantry. I do add foods to my list if I want something different, but I don't eat up all my. I don't have a lot of. I mean, you see my cabinets. I have some box things. I don't have a lot. Like I have boxes of macaroni and cheese, but those are for the grandkids, and we'll eat one every now and then. And then, like some cornbread mix. I used up that. I have a biscuit mix. I'm going to use that on one day this coming week, I think. And then I got like dried beans and fruits and beans and corn and soups and things in the can. I have a lot of condiments. You can't call that a meal if you don't use a condiment in your pantry challenge. I don't think that's a big deal because I just keep backups of everything. So I have backups of ketchup because I can't run out of ketchup. When I get one gone, there had better be one on the shelf. So the condiments, other than some new ones that we were going to try that we hadn't tried, are all just backups of what I have. So there's not really anything new and exciting to try because it's just when I run out, there's one to replace it, and then I buy one to replace that one. So pantry challenge, it is easy, and I've got enough rules to buy what I need to buy. You know, if I need dairy, I'm gonna buy it. But like I said, I don't have anywhere to store that stuff, so I don't feel bad saying I'm gonna buy dairy because I don't have an extra refrigerator, or I would keep that stuff stocked up too. I'd keep sour cream stocked up because we really like sour cream. We use a lot of sour cream, it seems. I'd keep that stocked up in there. I'd keep almond milk stocked up in there. Eggs, I'd keep all kind of extra stuff in that extra fridge if I had it. But since I don't feel bad about adding dairy. So the pantry challenge has not been hard for me. It's just, if you tell me I can't have something or I can't do something, that's when I want it. And I don't work well like that. Never have. Mama, if you're watching, you can testify. I don't do that very well. So that's how my mid-month is going. Sticking to the challenge, not buying the extra food, not eating out, working with what we got and the rules that I have, and we're doing it. When February comes, and a lot of them, I think it originally started for 2 months, January and February. A lot of them keep going in February. Well, I ain't. I mean, my foods, I got plenty of foods to go into January. I can say I'm still eating out of the pantry into February, which I will be because it's my stored up food. But I'm not going to do the challenge per se and limit myself to what I can buy at the grocery store because it's just not working for me. It's not working for David either. It's not. I'm here to tell you. It's not. He said something the other night. We were sitting there watching TV and he said, I'd like something. He said, but we're doing that stupid pantry challenge. I said, I know. So you don't like it either. We're just not those people. But I'm glad I tried it. You know, hey, you don't never know till you try something. I'm not having DTs for 2 more weeks. I'm not going into meltdown because I can't buy, you know, XYZ or whatever. I'll finish out the pantry challenge and we'll do just fine. And then we'll be glad when it's over. So maybe when we do our check-in at the end of the month, I can show you if anything has dwindled down. But you heard all the reasons why what little bit of food we eat does not come down. The quantities do not come down very quickly. So anyway, well, that's where we're at for our mid-month pantry challenge. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understood where I was coming from. Some of you, I'm sure, are the same way I am. Some of you are not, and some of you are. You can let me know down below which one are you. All right, well, this is Wednesday, so I'll see you tomorrow for weigh-in.